And we're going to go ahead and live stream this sucker. Try to do another story mission, maybe two. Try to head towards being able to open up the garage a little bit and get a bigger garage with a storage area and all kinds of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I'm assuming that when I get a larger garage, I'll be able to get an engine crane or whatever it's called to pull an engine out. We'll see. %, loading. Earlier today I streamed No Man's Sky. Feel free to check that out. And if this is your first time watching me on Car Mechanic Simulator, welcome. And please subscribe to my channel and like the video if you can. Helps me out a lot. Alright, so we usually leave off with nothing running. So let's see, we have a story order and a couple of normals. Story order says, I didn't notice a speed bump. Check the front suspension. So it has an engine. No, it doesn't. That's this one. Yeah, front suspension. Okay. If the car runs, I think the best way to check it, though, would be to run it through the test drive place. Yeah, a lot of parts not discovered. Let's go ahead and run it through a test track. It takes about 20 seconds to load the test track, and then we can drive it on there a little bit, run it over those bumpy things, and that'll tell us something. Based on the number of parts involved, I'll probably have to pull the whole suspension apart. You know, all the tires, everything, probably. We'll see. %, loaded. Oh, I hear it. This car cannot accelerate very well. I'm just going to keep it in a low-end second gear. Hear the bumpy things. Alright, test track is finished. Now we wait for the results part of it. I just noticed on the right side of the screen it says the broadcast has started twice. Why does it say that twice? I don't know. But the timer's still running in the upper left, so I know it's working. Give me that results screen. It should show a bunch of suspension issues. I might even do the indoor track. I don't know if that'll help, but couldn't hurt. Yep, tie rods, sway bar, all kinds of goodies. Let's get this on the indoor track. It's called a test path. And there it is. Let's go ahead and do it. Not sure if this will help, but I figure use all the tools at my disposal. Maybe it'll highlight one part that I wouldn't have known about otherwise. That'll help, right? Just checking the suspension now. Brakes are fine. Yeah, the front suspension is rough. Upper left is where I'm looking. So it's pretty much, yeah, like you said, front suspension. There's some parts there. I think that was probably a good move, doing that. Let's put it on the lift. And then we'll do an overview of the suspension. Yeah, lots of red up there. The back was fine, roughly. Tons of front. Alright, let's get those tires off first. We're just going to pull a bunch of stuff off. Whoops, wrong part. Have to re-click on it. Now, if I go into overview, yeah, I think to get all that stuff off, I need to do some other removals, but let's find out. Oh, come on, cursor. There we go. Lower suspension arm, get that right off. What about the front drive axle C? Yep. I think I gotta take this whole part off too, so let's go ahead and start that going. We definitely gotta do the tie rods. They were part of the problem. Why not? Sway bar? Not yet. Okay. Can't do the sway bar yet. We gotta get one of these off first. Alright, let's do it. The front end link. Shock absorber. Can we do it now? We can. So I think this part is pretty clean. Alright, let's go ahead and rip this all out over here. Oh, what am I forgetting? Something in here, maybe? Yeah, and the bearing as well. Nope, gotta do this thing first. I don't know why it zoomed over there. That looks pretty clean. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the list. Oh, 2 parts are still not discovered. However, everything else is pretty discovered. Huh. Hmm. 2 parts still undiscovered. That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. And it's unfortunate because they're like not easily seen unless they're in the back, which I don't think so. I think it was all front. It was all front suspension issues. Not sure how to handle it at this point. think I'm going to drain the oil and remove the oil pan. You know what? I think I see some rust up there. So let me go ahead and... oh, I have to go to the engine bay for that. I don't think... well, let's go ahead and look at the part list. I don't think there's a problem with that oil pan. Yeah, there's not. So we'll put that back on. We'll go ahead and lower it down and take a look at that front end stuff. Oh, yeah, I can only go so far. There's no wheels on it. There we go. See that rust right there? That's what I think the problem is. So let's get to it. Oh, I think we've done it all. I think it's all on the list now. Yep, now we just got to replace all those parts by buying all those parts. So this is the slow process part of it. We need a lower suspension arm. Let's start with that. There it is. Alright, so we got rid of that. We need a front drive axle C, an outer and an inner tie rod as well. Front drive axle C. Front drive axle C. I need an outer and an inner tie rod. Inner, outer. Let's see if I need any other tie rods. Look, I need another outer and inner, so let's buy those. Because they're right here. I need a radiator A and a radiator fan housing B. Radiator fan housing B and a radiator A. Okay, what else we got here? We got a lot of little things. Sway bar front end link A. Sway bar front end link A. So we need two of those. Sway bar front end link A. Sway bar front end link A. What about a sway bar rear end? I don't think I need anything for the rear end. I don't think I touched that. Sway bar front end link A. Link A. Alright, we're getting close now. We've got a front drive axle C and a lower suspension arm. Front drive axle C. Front drive axle C. And a lower suspension arm, that should do it, right? Now everything should be green or yellow. It is. So, now I just gotta put stuff back together. Actually, I'll click on cooling, part mount. Alright, now everything else I think is lower under the hood, under the car. So let's get back under there. Go up to suspension. Hey, we're probably going to end up putting the wheels back on too. We're going to go to part mount and we'll take a look. How about that suspension arm? Inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. Front shock. Oh, I didn't go into the front shocks yet. Alright, we got to rip apart the shocks because I bet those parts are bad. And we do that with the spring puller. Separate the parts of both of these one at a time. Take parts, pull apart the other one. Take parts. Whoops. Back to inventory. Yep, we need a front shock. Oh, wow, we need 2 front shock absorber A's and 2 front shock absorber caps. The springs are fine. The A's and the caps. Let's buy them. One last check. Shock absorber A and cap. Front shock absorber A. Front shock absorber cap. 2 of each. And the cap, front shock absorber cap, yep. Nice. Those are nice clean parts. Let's put them back together. Spring puller, join parts. Take parts, join the other one together. Alright, we got the shocks now. We can put them back on. If we go to suspension, part mount. There it is up there. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and start working on the this kind of stuff. Axle C. Ventilated cover. Get the brakes back on. Something's missing, or I'd be able to put the tire on now. Something right there. Sway bar front and link A. Yeah, now I can put the tire on. Now we gotta go to the right side of the car. Cool. Let's do the knuckle cover. The hub. Get that little thing in there. The bearing. Followed by the axle C. Now I can put on the ventilated. The brakes. And the tire. Do I have any parts left? I don't. I think that car is done. So we gotta put oil in it. Because I did drain it out earlier. That was my bad. That should do it. Let's take a look at the status. Boop, 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 boop. All green dots, green dots, green dots. Looks nice. So we spent $12.80, we're getting $1,900, so we're getting roughly $700 profit. Finish order. Nice. We do not have any more skill points. Let's save. Nice. Normal, normal. Oops, wait a minute. Normal, 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 normal. There's the story order. It's pulling to the right. Strange smell. Oh god, that could be anything. But I'm taking it. I'm thinking there's some interior problems on this one now. I don't like when it's no list, but that's what it's gonna be. Wow, really? Alright. Wonder if I can inspect it just sitting here, huh? I don't think so. So, pulling to the right. I'm going to go ahead and main gate this and take it to the test track because test track and test thing path seem to help me determine a lot of stuff, and I like that. I want as many knowns out of my unknowns as I can get. %, loading. This thing accelerates even worse than the last one. It's a frickin' tank. Try to keep it around 30, see if that's a decent speed. Might be a little slow, actually. Nah, it's pretty good. Whoops. I think I ran into a little rut in the road there. Alright, waiting for results. Not sure if test path will really do anything for me, but it's another tool that I use to, you know, figure stuff out. So I'll probably do it. I'm getting a little warm though, so I am going to turn on my overhead fan. Hopefully it won't blow in the mic too much. There we go. Because I am sitting almost directly underneath of it when I play this game. I sit on the very front of my bed because I have trouble reading the small words. Oh, we got some tie rods and some axle issues. 55 is okay, I guess, for this car. I am going to test path it. I know it's a little much, but it only takes a minute. Oh, the brakes look like garbage. Wow, I'm surprised. Glad I did this. We already know we have some suspension issues. I'm glad I did this. Test complete. Oh yeah, brake pads, brake caliper, bushings. Huh. That was a good one. I'm definitely glad I did that. Get on that lift. Alright, let's see what knowns and unknowns we have now. We have one part not discovered there. 2, 3, 4. That's not bad, really. I'd rather it be 0, but... one more time. Do I have to drain the oil for this thing? At this point, I don't think I have to, so we'll just take it up and take a look at it real quick from underneath without draining. Those front tires are coming off, and those every tire's coming off, so let's just start with that. Yep. Honestly, that might be enough for that tire. Oh no, we got a bushing. Alright, we got that tire off. Oh, that's just rust from the actual car, huh? Dang. No, I don't want to do that. That's what I wanted. I know I'm just going to inspect some stuff real quick, because I am missing parts that I don't know what to do, like which parts to fix and what not to fix. The fact that they're red is probably good. I mean, not red, that is probably good. I didn't want to fly all the way up here, but... Ooh, OBD scanner, really? I actually think I have one of those. I've never used this before. Oh, it doesn't have an ODB part? It's probably fine. Alright, let's get this next tire off. Oops. Disc pad. That. Now I can go. Oh, yeah, I gotta get that off too. We got that bushing over here. Yeah, I think we're good for now on that spot. I can't find my cursor. Oh, there it is. That was weird. I mean, I see that bushing, but I'm going to look at some other stuff real quick. What's up, Zach Myers? The garage is good. We're doing our second story mode item of the day. And this car has a lot of issues. I got to do this other bushing. Another bushing, okay. Alright, well, let's get this other tire off. We have to get them all off anyway. Let me show you the car real quick, Zach Myers. So I've got a lot of the parts identified. I still have a couple unidentified. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm still taking the car apart, so... Right now I'm just pretty much grabbing all the rusty parts. What do I need to remove to get rid of this? I'm missing something here. Something should be turning red. Alright, so let's try to get the exhaust section off now. See, at this point I've actually got all the red off of it, but I don't feel like I know I have some unknown parts still. Yeah, I gotta get that off. That's red, see? I don't know what I need to remove to get rid of this. Oh, the bushing? There's a bushing. I see it. That, you got it. Zach figured it out as I was thinking it. Good call, Zach. Appreciate that, though. Let's do another look at the car and see how the list looks. That's probably most of the parts found. Part not discovered. Ooh, only one? Huh. I just don't know. So, let's see if I can take off the drive shaft. It's always a rubber bushing. Oh, man, yeah. I probably didn't need to do that, did I? Let's just put it back on. That was a waste of time. I don't understand why it's not letting me take this piping off, this muffler system. You know what I mean? Like normally it turns red, like something turns red to say, hey, well like there, see that time this turned red. But when I go to here, the catalytic converter, nothing's turning red. So maybe I just have to start all the way up there. And that's going to be under hood. The problem is I don't know if it's really a problem. I got to take it off the car to examine it. I think the same goes for the catalytic converter. It says I can examine it with an OBD scanner, but this car doesn't have an OBD port, even though I have the scanner. So that's annoying. At this point, I'm just examining everything I can. Oh. I think we found something. I think that was the missing piece of the puzzle, the front right something or the other. We did it. Okay. So we have 1 bushing, 2 bushing, 3 bushing, 4, 5 bushings, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 bad rubber bushings. Let's start with that. 9 bad. Rubber bushings. So once we get those off our list, that should help. Let's sell the ones that are bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I buy too many? Let's see. I don't know, but I'd rather have one too many bushings. They're not that expensive. Alright, what do we got next? Brake pads, how many? 1 brake pad, 2 brake pads, 3 brake pads, 4 of them. Really, all of them? Wow. This guy's hard on his brakes. One, 2, 3, 4. Ha ha ha. 4 brake pads. Now, yeah, we'll do the weird stuff last. I might only have weird stuff left. Alright, so we got tie rods. Let's look at those. Outer tie rod. Inner tie rod. Inner, outer. So that's 1 of each, 2 of each. 2 inners and 2 outers, tie rods. Two inners, 2 outers. One inner, 2 inners, 1 outer, 2 outers. Good, 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 good. We need a steering rack. We also need a wheel hub cap. Here's another, that's 2. Let's do that. 2 wheel hub caps and a steering rack. Got it. There's the steering rack, wheel hub cap, wheel hub cap. Alright, we're getting there now. Yikes, brake calipers, I'll need a bunch of them probably. 1, 2. Alright. 2 brake calipers. And 2 of them are yellow, so I'm leaving those. What else we got? We've got a brake disc ventilated. The other one's okay, right? Yep. Good. Alright, we're getting to some weird stuff now. Solid rear drive axle. Solid rear drive axle. That was easier to find than I thought it would be. Next is another one. Should have looked at that first. Coroner's going to faint when he gets the bill. Yeah, well, hopefully I gave him a good estimate. Glad we don't have to do that in the game. Holy crap. I think we're down to 2 lower suspension arms. And the front suspension cross member B, but I want to do that last. Lower suspension arm. Oh, I can't remember how many. I think it's 2. It was. Alright, last part. Front suspension cross member B. Never heard of that. Front suspension cross member B. It's right there. I have no money. I pay you with goat, right? Looks like it's my car now, bitch. Alright. I'm going to try to do some of the more non-wheelie parts first. So let's go to this part. That went right on. What about this one? Steering rack. That went right on. I guess it's time just to do one side, so let's do this side. Inner tie rod, outer tie rod. Now we're back on this side. Let's do the inner and outer here then. I guess we'll start doing this stuff. I got one wheel on. Let's work our way back over to the right. I guess I'll go this way. Yeah, looks pretty good. Getting those brakes on there now. And we got this tire yet to do. Any other pieces? I think we got a bushing here, I remember that. Who knows how many others there are. But let's start here. brake disc looks like garbage, doesn't it? Well, it's yellow, so whatever. I don't remember even taking this tire off, but apparently I did, so let's do it. Any other strange parts missing? How about that bushing right there? Alright, we'll get to work on the main stuff now. Alright, let's look at the list and see if we're done. No, we're not done. Brake caliper. I thought I had all 4 tires on. That's rough. So let's go ahead and track part and see if we can see it. Because I have a feeling I have to redo a part. That one actually looks okay. I'm not going to be able to see this, am I? I'm going to have to take the wheels all off again. Brake disc ventilated too, huh? Bunch of bushings. Huh. All I have left are bushings, so I gotta buy a brake caliper and a brake disc ventilated. And the bushings, yeah, Revenge of the Bushings. How many bushings? Oh, I gotta look at the list again. Oh, that's my dog timer. So I gotta get the dogs out. I'll be right back in about 2-3 minutes. Alright, I'm going to leave them out there for just a minute. Hopefully not too long. And the weather's good, so even if it's too long, they'll be alright. 1 bushing, 2 bushings. 3, 4, 5 bushings. How many do I have? I do have 5 bushings, so I have all the parts I need. I just got to figure out which ventilated disc. You know what that means? Well, I mean, I did examine it. They both look decent. This doesn't even have ventilated, I don't think. Oh, maybe it does. It's yellow though, but look at that crap. It's garbage looking. Oh boy, I'll try to figure that out, Zach. I will try. Now see, they're all yellow. So I don't know which one to remove. I always thought it would be red if I had to remove it, you know? It said brake disc, it didn't say ventilated. But I'm taking it off. Man, that thing looks brand new. But just to be safe, I'm taking it off. Alright, so once again, looking at the car. Is there more bad than I thought? I have a brake caliper marked as tracked. One caliper marked as tracked. Now, is it going to show up tracked in here somewhere? One's 55, two of them are 55, and two of them are 100. Well, the two that are yellow are both the bad ones. That's clear now. Huh. So the pads. One bad pad, two bad pads. Yeah, two bad pads and two brake disc ventilateds. Storage jobs need new parts, 100% condition. Oh. Yeah, but I didn't know that the yellow parts were bad enough that he'd want them replaced. Now I do, at this point. Now I'm sitting here with 6 pads. Alrighty, I think I bought too much stuff. But anyway, I got 2 of these. Oh no, they're ventilated. Do I have to replace the brake discs? I ended up bought too many parts, I think. It doesn't even say I need discs at all. You know, I'm going to put it back together and it's going to be wrong or something. Something ain't going to be right. Brace disventilated, brake disventilated. I should have 2 to 4 brakes disventilated new then. I'm getting rid of this one, it's 80%. This is 100, 100. Let's see what happens. See, these are only 50%. But he didn't say he needed them. You know what, screw that. I'm getting 2 brake discs. If you don't want them, he's getting new ones anyway. I'll take the loss on him. I'm also going to get 2 more rubber bushings. And since the only parts left that are bad are these brake caliper cylinders, there's 4 of them at 55%. I'm buying them. It's $100 total for 4 of them. So every part I have on this list is 100%. Now, hopefully, it's just a matter of figuring out where to put them. Yeah, I'm just taking no chances at this point, Zach. I'm tired of this mission. So I'm just putting it all on there and fresh. Let the chips fall where they may. Hopefully he likes it that way. Nice fresh brakes all around. The hard part might be finding where the bushings go. You had some clues earlier. Well, I'll try to work on that. I think you're right about the cross member thing. Oh, the best part is quality work, absolutely. It's going to cost you, though. I would eat it if I could. I don't even think I can eat that, though. I think it just goes into the cost that I spent or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right, that's 2 tires back on. Sir, I didn't feel safe putting just bad parts back on your car, so I replaced a couple extras. I'll eat the cost on those. That's one way to get a loyal customer there, if you could eat that cost. I'll hit him harder when the engine goes up. Make it back. It's terrible, isn't it? Oh, dogs are starting to bark. I think they want to come in. Before I do that, let's look at the list. We should be down to bushings if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bushings. Okay, we're down to 5 bushings. And in my inventory, yeah, I bought too much brake stuff. And ventilated stuff. Great. But I do have 5 bushings. So when I get back, we're going to look at the bushings. Be right back. I'm heading back now. And I'm back. Alright, let's see if I can figure out where those bushings go. I think you mentioned that it could be part of this device, the cross member. So let's go to mount. Look, there's one right off the bat. I see another one over here. I'll bet there's one on the other side. So let's go over here. Yep, there it is. Alright, let's go to the front left and get that one. Right there. And we're missing one, so let's go to car status. Well, for some reason, it only made me put 4 of them in. And the 5th one doesn't seem to matter. It's already green. I don't really care at this point. I do need to figure out how to use the dipstick, though. That should be easy. I want to see if I have oil in the car. There it is. So if I click on it, right? Focus on it. Whoops, no. Focus on the dipstick. Why is it? There we go. Focus on the handle of it. Yeah. Okay. Take a look at that, Zach, and tell me if you think that has oil in it. To me, it looks like it's empty. It is always unsettling when you end up with spare parts. I think there's a glitch in the game, to be honest. It made me buy an extra bushing and some other parts, too. Either that or it showed 50% life on some parts that had 100. And when I put them on, it like... Yeah, maybe I put on the old parts by mistake and bought the new ones. It needs oil? Cool. Alright, so let's get up top here and do that. 2,600 parts. I'm making about 2,400 on it. Boom, done. I did not get any skill points. I've got a bunch of 100 parts, and there's like brake related, so I think I'm just going to hold on to them and just do another brake job at some point on some car. But I hit my hour. I went over a little bit on the hour. So I should be able to settings save. Saving game. Game saved. Upper left. And then if I do this, save game, return to menu. Alright everybody, that's it for now. Thank you to everybody watching live. There's 2 of you, and that's one of you is Zach Myers. Thanks for all your advice. Very helpful, as usual. And I'll do this again maybe tomorrow. I might do a little offline minor jobs, and if so, I'll make a video like I always do. Maybe get rid of those brake parts by doing a couple easy brake jobs. We'll see how it goes. Maybe not. I might be busy tonight. I'm not sure. But thanks for stopping by. Catch you maybe tomorrow doing No Man's Sky. Could be Car Mechanic Simulator again. We'll see. Catch you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Ty Camden.